morning, dear children. Welcome back to online class. Today we are continuing the same lesson what we started in the previous class. Again we are continuing that lesson. This video has been recorded as part of ICET Public School online classes. We know the story we are discussing, we are learning is the story of an invitation. It's written by a Canadian writer, Lucy Maud Montgomery. About her, about the poet and all, yesterday we have learned a bit about her. And this story, we said that about two girls, their name is Bertha and Grace Maxwell and Bertha Sutherland. They are the friends. The story talks about the strong relationship between these two girls. We know the story is happening in a boarding house. There, both of them were living there together as roommate. And one day, this Bertha came from post office to this boarding house in a very hurried manner. And so we said at that time she was looking, Grace was sitting on the divan looking outside through the window to light. This all we said that. And then when we also we just discussed about the past, how they reached there and all. So we have learned. Now after reaching in room, and she was telling that, Bertha was telling, have some chocolate, Grace. I got such good news. The reason is that I got such good news in my letter tonight, because the reason she's coming from post office, so that I got a very good, that much good news today I received. That is why I bought the chocolate. So you can have it, Grace, because I am going to celebrate it in a very eventful way, in a fitting manner. So I went into Carter's and I went to the shop and invested. I spent all my spare cash in caramels. So I had some money with me. So then I went to the shop. I bought so many chocolates and all, because that much happy news I have received today. It is really fortunate, because this is a chance that the term is almost out. Our school section is this term is going to be completed, and for I'm nearly, now I don't have any money. Actually I don't want any money also, because our term is going to complete now, and so that I'm nearly going to be bankrupt. I have just enough left to tick out for a commencement night and no more. So what I left, so I spent all my spare money for buying chocolates and sweets things and all. That is what caramels. So for that I have spent all my money, and a little I left, because the reason is that now going to come commencement of night. That is that victory ceremony. We say that on that day we offer the degree, certificate and all like that. We can say that it is a graduation day. Graduation day is coming. So for that graduation ceremony, I have, for the party, I have left little money for that purpose. All other money I have spent for this buying these chocolates and sweets, because I have received a good news in the letter. Okay, so here there is a one understanding level question. What would be the good news that Bertha received in her letter? What it can be? Can you guess? So Bertha came from post office with a letter and buying chocolate and offering to Grace to have the chocolate. She is telling that she has received that much good news that night. So she feel to celebrate that one. That's why I spent all my spare money and bought the chocolates and all. So tell me what the news it can be, the letter. We can guess, you can guess that. We know the situation of Bertha, how Bertha, we know that already, that she is very bright and pretty and pretty and very popular and favorite of all the teachers and students. So her character is like that. So so that is why so that is such girls and such students, definitely persons, definitely they will celebrate each and every moment of their life. So shall we continue? You can guess the what may be, so we will come to know that what is in that letter. What is your good news, may I ask? Said Grace. Then Grace is asking, may I know what is the good news in the letter? You tell me first what the good news is. So I have an aunt. Then Bertha is talking, I have an aunt. So dear children, another thing, while writing the story here used quotation marks, in order to make the story very attractive and lively. The writer has used the same word what the characters are speaking. Okay, same word she is using what the characters are speaking. So that is another method, another so it's a way of writing. While you are writing also story, you can also use the same way. Means if a character is telling any words, the same words we can use by putting the quotation mark. So like that here it is used, and here you see Bertha is explaining to the question asked by Grace that what is your good news, and she is telling. So the writer has used the same words. I have an aunt, Aunt Margaret. That is why it is written in present form. I have an aunt. So actually the story is written in past. So but here it is used present because the words are said by the same words of that characters used at that time. That is why it is coming in present form. I have an aunt, Aunt Margaret, her name, commonly called Aunt Meg. So with love everybody call her Aunt Meg. Out at Riversdale. So the name of the place is Riversdale. In there we have a Aunt Margaret. Don't you know that I have talked about her? There never was such a dear and a sweet, jolly aunt in the world. And Bertha is talking about that aunt. So aunt is very sweet and very dear and very jolly to me, and there won't be any other aunt like her in the world. So she is such a very friendly with me and very fond of us. So this is the maybe only aunt in the world having such a character. So she was giving means she was boosting, exaggerating, or we can say that she was sharing her happiness through that verse with that aunt. The relation we can understand. You see the words used to explain about one more character came into the story. That is the Aunt Meg. So again the Aunt Meg is being introduced in the story in the way there never was such a dear, sweet, jolly aunt in the world. So this aunt is, so we got much information about the aunt. This aunt is very jolly, very sweet and very dear. There won't be any other aunt like her in the world. I had a letter from her tonight. So today I received a letter. Today I received a letter from her tonight. Listen, I will read you what she says. Now she is telling that I will read you what this aunt is talking, what she says. I will read it for you. Then she is reading. These all the words are in quotation, including. So started the quotation. I have an aunt Margaret, commonly called Aunt Meg, like that. The story. These are all the words of who says that Bertha is telling. Bertha is telling this all. Again, this is continuing. The quotation mark did not close. Again continuing. I will read you what she says. We know that is Bertha's character she is very bright and she is very intelligent and very active. For everyone she is favorite friend, like that. So she is very talkative. That is why she is talking more. It's a long conversation. Simply Grace asked, tell me what is your good news, what in the letter. So she was explaining, Bertha was explaining about all what is in the news. First she gave an introduction about the aunt who sent the letter. That aunt is very favorite and very jolly and very dear, very sweet aunt, and she is I got the letter from that aunt. So that letter is talking like this: I want you to spend your holidays. This is the letter, okay, reading. Please, you may look into the book when I am reading this. I want you to spend your holidays with me, my dear. Mary Fairweather and Louise Fish and Lily Dennis are coming too. So there is just room for one more, and that one must be yourself. Come to Riversdale when school closes, and I will feed you on strawberries and cream and a pound cake and donuts and mice peas and all the delicious indigestible things that schoolgirls love and careful mothers contemn. Mary and Lo and Lil are girls after your own heart. I know, and you shall all do just as you like, and we will have picnic and parties and merry doings galore. So the letter is this: I want you to that aunt is that favorable, that dear aunt is writing this letter is, I want you to spend your holidays with. That is the first sentence. I want you to spend. So you look at the spelling of spent, I have seen that many students are writing the spelling of spent in a wrong manner, in wrong place they are using the spelling. That means spend is present form, spend, that means present, and spent past form is spent, t will come past form, okay. So here it is in present form. I want you to spend your holidays with me. Aunt is telling that I want you to spend your holidays with me, my dear. Then she is telling that Mary Fairweather and Louise Fish and Lily Dennis, the three names, they are coming to. They are also coming to enjoy their vacation with me to my home. They are coming. So you also, I want you also with me. So that is what this aunt Meg has written in this letter. So there is just, then she is telling that, so there is just room for one more. So three are coming, that is, who are they? Mary Fairweather and Louise and Lily. Three are coming for this vacation to my home, and I have one more room with me, and that room for you, and that one must be yourself. That room you must be. I have only one more room in my home, so that room must be for you. Come to Riversdale when school closes. And that aunt is telling, you may come to Riversdale. So already we know that the place of that aunt is in Riversdale, where you may come to my place and I will feed you. Then after that she is offering the things what she will give if you are coming to my home. So that she was telling that if she is going there, so whatever the thing she would be giving, offering. So already we said that the aunt is a very sweet aunt and very dear. So that we can see even in the letter also we can feel that. You see how nicely she has written the letter. You want to come to my home to enjoy the vacation because the other Lily and Louise, they all are coming, and I have one more room. It must be yourself in that room. I don't want anyone else. I want you there, and we will enjoy. And she is telling that I will feed you if you come, I will feed you strawberries and cream and pound cake and donuts and mince peas. Like that she is offering many things, the very favorite things of this Bertha. So what Bertha like the most, that everything she is offering. So from this letter itself we can feel, do you know that we can feel that aunt is really very sweet. That is why she is telling, even in the letter also she is telling everything. I will be giving you now, if you are coming, there is, I have one more room, that room you must be in that room, I am, so I have such a decision, like that she is telling, then if you come now, I will feed you strawberry and donuts and many cream and like that. So she is motivating that this Bertha to come to school, to her house. Then you see, and all delicious, all the, not only that, and all delicious things that schoolgirls love. I know what the schoolgirls really do love during their school days. So I will prepare, I will feed you all those things. If you are coming to my home, you may stay with me, and many other maybe cousins or they all are coming, Then she is telling that I will what the mothers will, what the mothers usually feed to be satisfied, I will offer you that all things to you, I will offer to you. Then Mary and Lo and Lil are girls after your own heart. So that they all are girls, and so just like in your heart they are, I know. And you shall all do just as you like, and you everybody, you can do, you can rock, you can enjoy there. So so I will not give any restriction, no conditions. So I will let you free, I know, and you shall all do just as you like. And we will have picnics, and we all together we will go for picnics, parties, merry doings and galore, and in a splendid manner we will celebrate it. So you see the letter, if someone is reading the letter, really they will go, right? So such a way, that is what the aunt is really very sweet and very jolly aunt. This no aunt will be like this in the world. She said, that is really true. That is, she's as given that such motivation to tempting this Bertha to go there. And how can anyone that means be away from this invitation letter? This is what one of the invitation letters. So our story title is The Story of an Invitation. This is an invitation letter written by this Aunt Meg. So she has written very nicely this invitation. Really, I also feel to go and visit her house and enjoy, that means eating many things and going for a picnic. And so it will be, and she's telling that I will let you free, like that, what she said, no, I know, all just as you like. You shall all do as you like, I will not interfere. So she's offering all the freedom, all the food and all the enjoyable things matters to school girls. So that is definitely show very nice letter. Now there is an understanding little question here given. Aunt Meg invited Bertha for the holiday along with, yes, who are the other three girls she already invited are coming to her home. So who are the mentioned in this paragraph, that it is who are they. Now, so listening to this letter, our Grace was listening, her conversation is ending now only. Bertha started, I have an aunt Meg, then she is reading this letter and all. Now only that quotation mark close. You see, after the galore quotation mark, now only that conversation finished. Then she is there, said Bertha. After reading that, Bertha said there. She gave, showed the letter, looking up with a laugh. Isn't that lovely? Then Bertha is asking, you see, this is there, the letter. Isn't that lovely? This letter isn't lovely? How delightful it must be to have friends like that, to love you and plan for you, said Grace. So listening to this letter and all, don't you feel this, dear children, that listening to this letter, if you had a aunt like this, how it will be very nice, like that our Grace also commented on this letter like this. How delightful, how happy it must be to have friends like that, to have aunt or friends like this. How delightful it is to love you and plan for you, that aunt is planning everything. You come here, there is one room for you, only for you, and other friends are coming, and you will enjoy. I will feed you, and we will go for a big picnic. And also Grace is surprised. She's telling that we already said that Grace is actually a quiet girl, and she's serious and quiet girl, and she was dressed in a morning dress, because the reason is that very recently her aunt recently died. Grace's aunt recently died. So this letter received for Bertha received a letter from her aunt. That letter is very sweet, and actually Grace aunt already died, and she is in morning dress. So that's why asking, she's commenting on the letter, how delightful, how happy it must be to have friends like that, to love you and plan for you. That aunt is loving you very much, and she's planning for you, said Grace wistfully. And so Grace said this comment listening to that letter reading. So she said that in a sad way, that means thinking sadly about something one would like to have. So in a sad manner, she said, Grace said that, I'm sure you will have a pleasant vacation. Then Grace said that, I'm sure definitely you will have a very happy and nice pleasant vacation, Bertie. And very lovingly, we know that their friendship is their bond is very strong. That is why Grace is calling Bertha Bertie. That Bertie, definitely you go there, and you will rock there, you can enjoy there, you will have a pleasant vacation this time. As for me, I am going into Clerkman's bookstore until school reopens. So what I am going to do is that I am not going home, because my aunt already died recently. Now in this vacation I am going to Clerkman's bookstore until school reopens. I saw Mr. Clerkman today, and he agreed to take me. So this vacation I am going for a work. I am going to a bookstore, so there I will be working. And already in that bookstore I have met that Mr. Clerkman. I have met this today. I met him, and he agreed that he will take me in the vacation, so as a part-time job, or as in the vacation time job I am going there. So I will be going there, and this is my vacation. She was sharing her mind, what's her plan for the vacation. Grace was sharing with Bertha. This is what the difference between Bertha and Grace. So one hand, Bertha is very jolly, very favorite, very bright and favorite for everyone, and Grace is very quiet and very grave, means very serious, such a character. She was in sad mood. And in the coming vacation, coming holidays, and Bertha is going to join with the aunt and enjoying with other friends and all cousins. And here Grace has decided to work in Clerkman's bookstore. Okay, at that time Bertha looked surprised. She had not known what Grace's vacation plans were, and actually at that time Bertha got surprised. Really, she didn't know that what Bertha was thinking, that Grace also can be, she could be going back to home and enjoying in her own way, but she didn't know that her plan was to work in bookstore, that she did not think of it. So this is what the story. Again we will continue the next class. So for you, why I am going slowly, in the sense that you have to get each and every point in the textbook, the meaning and the structure and the way of writing stories, and how you can write story. And when you are writing also, you have to keep in mind all the technical things about the writing story and all. So this is the today, this is the end of the class today. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Please read the story again and again. Please read from the beginning to till where I stopped. Please, at least you may read 2 times. Okay, thank you.